Well, Meg's second defeat in 3 games. We don't often have to have this conversation, do we? Just reflections on this game.
Yeah, as I said, it's never nice losing, but we've not been good enough. I mean, with the bat in both innings, but particularly first innings when you get balled out for 90 odd as we did, and then I think with the ball on the last hour of the first day we leaked runs, got them 80 odd for 4. That was probably our chance to try and limit the lead in the first innings. We couldn't do that, so well below par in this game, and Notts fully deserved the victory.
You referred to that first innings debacle for 45 just crazy minutes, wasn't it, when we went for, I'd say, a position of comfort, but you wouldn't have been too concerned, and then we just lose wickets, and then as you say, just leaked so many runs, just lost any grip on the game that we had at that end of that first day, didn't we?
Yeah, just the consistency really. What we've been I guess very, very good at over the last few years is controlling the game and being consistent, and when we're not taking wickets or scoring runs, we're hanging in there with partnerships or controlling the rate. And as you said, with the bat, we lost 2 wickets before lunch, and then 4 for 90 odd, all on the same score. And then when we were in with a sniff, and for want of repeating myself, we went for plenty of runs in that last hour, which took the game away effectively. So we've pulled ourselves out of mires in the past, but you can't always do that. As I said, we did it against Durham, having been bowled out for 90 odd, but against a good team like Notts, you just can't keep coming back like that.
Halfway through the group stage now to decide the various tiers towards the end of the season. Okay, we've played 5 games still to come, and the next 2 are at Chelmsford. Is it fair to say they're must-win games if we want to sort of move on and stake our claim for the top flight?
I wouldn't say that as yet, but I mean, we go into every game trying to win. Our record at Tramps is there for everyone to see, so we've just said in the dressing room, there's still a hell of a lot of cricket left, but looking too far ahead is not the way to go. We just got to focus on what we do from now till we start on Thursday, and put in a better performance for one against Derby, and hopefully win that game. If we do, I'm sure the table and the feeling will look completely different on Sunday evening.
We've had a lot of contrasting wickets, haven't we? I think it's fair to say at this stage of the season. That can't help matters, can it?
No, but I think we'd all prefer to play on a wicket like that. I mean, it wasn't a 90-odd all-out wicket. I think it was a good cricket wicket. I think if you bowl well, as Shane Snater did, and the Notts bowlers, you got your rewards. But if you went offline, as we saw in our first innings, you could get punished. So I thought it was a very, very good cricket wicket. Bit of weather about, which never helps, as well. But no, we've no complaint on that. I mean, I'd much rather play on them than probably the 2 games we had against Worcester. So no complaints from that side.
Let's finish on a positive, and there were a couple there. Shane Snater's performance, obviously, with the ball was amazing. 7 for 98, you've been delighted with that, and also Brownie, a couple of half centuries there. So they're the plus points to take from the game, aren't they?
Yeah, there's not many plus points when you lose by an innings, but Shane in his second game, I mean, I'm delighted for him because he's still only young. He's not come through a normal process these days of through the academy and all the work, so he's been a little bit of a late starter. Fans have probably seen him in the white ball more, but he's come on so much, and he's took a little bit of stick, but I'm so pleased for him because he's starting to put his training performances now into a match, and to take 7 for as he did was absolutely sensational. So hopefully that's more to come from him. And Brownie, I guess he was the only batsman really who can hold his head really. 2 half centuries. He'll be disappointed with both that he didn't go on and get a century, but he's probably got half our runs in the entire game, so you can't really criticise Nick too much there.
Just one last question from me. As I said at the start, the 2 defeats in 3 games. Does that really put you to the test as a coach as to how you sort of get the guys motivated? You haven't had that problem before, really, have you?
Not in red ball, but plenty in white ball. No, I mean, look, I think I've said we don't get too up when we win, and we've won a lot of games, and cricket is a tough game. We've made it look easy in some respects in red ball. But we've said it there, this is a challenge, teams want to beat us, Teams want to see us lose, so it's up to us to put it right, and the only guys that can put it right are our coaches and the players. And you look at it as a challenge, but you know, it's still very early season. I know the men and the character we've got in that dressing room and the skills. So yeah, I'm confident that we'll be putting a better showing come Thursday.